Good morning to you all. Today I wish to discuss the teacher's role as a facilitator. Teacher is a classroom manager. He is having a key role in the teaching learning process. Teaching in a classroom may be a lecture based teaching or inquiry based teaching or technology based teaching or game based teaching or practical based teaching or innovation based teaching or group discussion based teaching or problem solving based teaching or facilities based teaching. Teacher has to decide in which condition which method of teaching may be useful in his or her class. Now I will discuss the teacher's role as a facilitator in a class. For facilitating the teaching in a class, he or she must ensure following attributes in his or her students. They must have good relations with their peers and with the teacher. They must have questioning skill in them. They must be curious about the teaching and learning. They must be innovative in nature and must be inspired for learning. They must have all books or study material regarding the problems or topics either in the class or with them. They must have reading habits so that they may go through the different books for the solutions of the problem. They must have inquiry aptitude and questioning skill. Teacher must try to develop all above skills in his or her students. He or she must motivate his or her students for such a session. He or she must create such environment in his or her class so that all students may take part in such a session. Teacher must develop the habit of questioning in his or her students. He or she must develop the inquiry habits among his or her students. He or she may develop the reading habits among his or her students. He or she must be a good relation manager and he or she must be a good classroom manager. His or her role in a class must be as a mentor of the students. He or she must inspire his or her students for learning. He or she must nurture curiosity in them. He or she must nurture innovation in his or her learners. He or she must enhance the questioning skill in the learners. He or she must remove the language barriers of his or her students. He or she must develop the positive environment of learning in his or her class. He or she must develop the good relations with the students so that they may raise any question in the class without any fear. He or she must ensure the discipline in his or her class so that any unpleasant incident may not occur in the class during the session. He or she must provide all books or study material to his or her students. He or she must ensure all technology availability in his or her class to assist the students. He or she must ensure learning and stress-free environment in his or her class. Teacher's role must be as a facilitator. First of all, he or she must prepare his or her class and students for learning. After providing the availability of all study materials in the class, teacher will discuss the topic which he or she wants to teach in his or her class, and he or she will discuss all contents which he or she wants to teach to the students. He or she will also provide all technological help to his or her students. Then the teacher will ask the questions to clear any doubt if they have in their mind about the topic or content he or she wants to teach. After that, he or she will state the problem or content or topic which he or she wants to teach to the students in the session or in the class. Then the teacher will provide the opportunity to the students to cross questions on that topic or problem or content. He or she will also help the students to take part actively in this session, and he or she will also help them to ask more and more questions on the concerned topic. He or she will also help them to reply the questions as far as possible. He or she must ensure that there must not be any such activity which may discourage students in answering or replying any question at any stage. Whether the question is right or wrong, or reply is right or wrong, but there must be such an environment in the class that may promote any question or any reply from any students. A student must not hesitate in asking or replying any question during the session. He or she must ensure that there must be a participation of each and every student in this session. It must be a tension-free and enjoyable session for the students. Their queries must be resolved by the teacher immediately. He or she will also ensure the active participation of all of his or her students in the problem-solving session. He or she will also help them to have a fruitful discussion on the topic or problem among them. Teacher must ensure learning and participative environment in the class, and he or she must provide all digital help to the students during the session. He or she must try to help students to arrive at the solution of the problem. They may get multiple solutions of a problem. Then the teacher must help them to get the correct solution if it has only one solution. Otherwise, he or she must tell them that all answers may be probable solution of the problem which they have discussed in this session. He or she must try to help them to eliminate the wrong answers of the problem. He or she will also help them in getting quality solution of the problems. He or she will also help them to draw the conclusion of the solution. He or she will also help them to arrive at the right answer or the solution of the problem. In this way, students play an active role in the learning process and teacher may play a passive role in this session. His or her role will be as a facilitator. After completing this session, the teacher will conduct assessment of the session in the class. He or she will also take the feedback of this session from the students. After evaluation of the assessment, the teacher will find the result of the effectiveness of the session and the learning that has taken place in this session. It is useful in problem solving learning process and innovation based learning process. The teacher's role as a facilitator is the best role in the classroom teaching. Among all teaching methods, it is one of the best method of teaching in the problem solving and innovation based teaching. It is all about the role of a teacher as a facilitator. Thanks.